This is a show that goes beyond the mafia-verse, revenge story, and crime. During the 91 day, I feel like watching the movie Godfather, Lawless, Donnie Brasco, and Public Enemies all at the same time. Today, we are going to deep dive into the amazing story full of revenge and crime that filled with jaw-dropping scenes that keep you in suspense and at the edge of your seat as you wonder how Angelo going to accomplish his revenge. The story takes place in the Prohibition time, and it is about a young boy named Angelo who had his family murdered by the mafia right before his very own eye, leaving Angelo with no reason to live other than seeking revenge for the family he lost. What appeared to be a generic revenge, Nero turned out to be a complex but believable look into the working of the mafia. Filled with suspense, thrilling moments, betrayal, and plot twists, the veritable mafia manner of doing things such as making lasagna,
not enough butter in the sauce,
out of anniversary, ordering hits on family member, different mob families battling over territory, family member double-crossing and betraying each other, and the paranoia created by that were great addition to the series. Being the organized crime that it is, 91 Day hosts a fairly substantial cast of characters in order to really flesh out the mafia dynamic of each family and provide a genuine feel to the cast. And that's what most stand out about characters of 91 Days, their authenticity. The show focused heavily upon Angelo and his relationship with his close friend Corteo, as well as Nero, as they each subtly develop as the narrative progresses. But the supporting cast isn't given the same kind of attention. The number of named characters, a family allegiance, and minutes character detail bring them to life. None of these people are good or evil, they all operated based on circumstances because of their past, the family, and their future. They might not all stand out distinctly in the long run, however, the atmosphere they provide and the legitimacy of their portrayal is striking and adds immensely to the story. To talk briefly about Angelo, he's a heck of a person. He lost everything when the Venettis killed his family, and ever since he has fostered a deep-seated hatred for them that drives his revenge. He's an all that diverse of a character as he keeps his emotion quite muted, and though the show at times alludes to his underlying feeling or humor,
good luck with that one. If you couldn't tell by the look on his face, boys and girls. He's a sourpuss. Don't even know the meaning of fun.
he mostly conducts himself in a stiff and methodical manner. This isn't somebody who has been driven mad by his hate, but rather someone who feels they have nothing to live for, who desperately latches onto his chance of retribution in order to give their life meaning again. Angelo's humanity, whether he fully throws himself into his vengeance or finds his way into a new life again, is what held in contention throughout the show, at times wavering and solidifying with each dramatic moment. To Angelo, his very existence is pain.
You got things turned on the head. Venging them is the only thing my life is worth.
His cleverness makes him interesting to watch, as well as the way in which he goes about manipulating others and steadily carrying out his plan to paint an engaging story even early on in the show. Nero is an interesting character as well. As the eldest son of the Venettis, he embodies the mafia idea of family above all else. The Venetti's continued existence and image mean everything to him. His relationship with Angelo, known as Angelo to him, influences both characters a good deal and is one of the major cruxes of the show. In the same way that the supporting cast doubles and triples down on their excellent portrayal of the 1930s mobster atmosphere, Nero breathes life into the narrative through his strong sense of family and responsibility. The story starts off a thrilling beginning, opening on the approximately brutal murder of the Lagusa family and young Angelo escaped from the residence. It was a strong hook to the show, starting off with a flashback to 7 years ago and ending with a bootleg deal gone wrong by establishing the setting and various mafia name and interests. From the get-go, 91 Day make it clear what kind of show it's going to be. A bloody period piece delivered in a muted aesthetic with a western-style dramatic narrative. It follow up on this over the rest of the show substantially as well, launching right into Angelo's revenge plot very early on and featuring tons of world-building details such as family, politics, and territory disputes. The show's use of foreshadowing and imagery is put to good use and underscore its presentation critique style. 91 Day is slow and methodical in how it unfolds, placing a lot of its appeal in its grounded atmosphere and stylish cinematography. It's not so much thrilling as it is tense and high-strung, but for the most part avoiding doing so on a scene-by-scene basis. This generally means that 91 Day will expect a bit of patience out of its viewer and might seem to drag on or lose its focus on for those that aren't as invested. But it is slow to unfold. The show lives on for its big payoff moment which happen frequently enough. This big development in the plot and sometimes quite interesting twist in the story which keeps things entirely engaging as the show builds toward its ultimate conclusion. I highly enjoy the series. I feel like a breath of fresh air in a world polluted by cliche and generic ass shows. 91 Days was thrilling and dramatic and absolutely overflowing with style, but it wasn't as engaging at every step of the show as it was at its peak. Those big dramatic moments that high-strung every scene together were highly entertaining. 91 Days is a show that goes beyond the revenge story, showing mafia worse and darker sides of men. If you like the video and want to watch an anime that is just like 91 Days, you will surely love this video.